What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to level 11. Today I am making a Sony State of Play predictions list, as we did get a confirmation that we will have a State of Play. Now, on one of my previous uploads, we had discussed how certain journalists from a certain gaming website had been mentioning that there may be some sort of announcement coming up. The State of Play itself did not come within that time frame, but the announcement for it did. So, here we are, making a few predictions. We're just going to get right into it. Excuse me. And to start us off is going to be, in that video, I had also mentioned Astrobot potentially getting a new game unveiled at this State of Play, and that is going to be one of my predictions, as I have clearly obviously done research and talked about it in previous videos. So I do think that Astrobot game is real, and I do think it's going to be shown at this State of Play. Okay, next up, this is going to be a not as exciting one. I do not think we are seeing Ghosts of Tsushima 2 at this State of Play. I do not think we're seeing it yet. We might see it next year. I don't think we're seeing it this year, though. Okay, I'm just going to move right on. I think we're going to see the Spider-Man 2 DLC, or at least the first bunch of it, at this State of Play. Probably a little story-based and a little, we'll see how it goes, but I'm probably not going to get it. I gave my copy of the game away. I sold it at a low price to a friend, basically. But, well, actually, it's funny, because my main thing was, and I'm going to go on a small tangent here, Spider-Man 2, main thing for me, I did not like the new Peter Parker reskin. I miss Peter Parker from the 2017 Spider-Man. Nothing against the guy who they chose, it's just like, oh, they wanted him to look more like Tom Holland's. Like, no, dude, no, the first guy was perfectly fine. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, So, that kind of annoyed me, and the reason I bring that up is because it annoyed me enough to talk my roommate into not buying the game and saying, hey, if you don't buy it, you can play it. You can play my copy. And in fact, I'll even let you play it before me, because I have other shit I gotta play for now. And that worked. And then I prevented another friend from buying a copy by selling him my copy at a lower price once my roommate and I were done with it. So I bought a copy of Spider-Man 2, a game that I don't really like or advocate for, but in my process I kept two of my friends from buying copies. Suck it, Sony. But don't get me wrong, I like Sony and the State of Play and PlayStation and stuff like that. I'm excited for it all, but I don't really like Spider-Man 2, so I am very glad that I actively did work in preventing them from making money, even though I got to experience the game myself. So, anyway, moving on. Yeah, I had to spend some of my own personal money and sacrifice a little time, but you know what? Fuck it. Vote with your wallet, and also your friends' wallets, if you can influence them. Let's see. Okay, my bad. Moving on. I do think that the new enemy faction for Helldivers 2 is going to be shown off and launched at this State of Play. I do think that with the momentum that Helldivers has gotten, being Sony's fastest-selling PlayStation game of all time at this point, I think Sony is going to want to put a little bit more backing behind that horse. So I do think that they're going to make a little spectacle out of that update finally launching, as I've been playing Helldivers. I have like 100 hours logged, and I'm like, where the hell is this new faction that I've been hearing so much about? Probably at this State of Play. Hopefully. So that's my prediction. Okay, up next. This is the big one, guys. Bloodborne for PC. Is it happening? Is it a remake? Is it a PC port? What's going on? Blue Point? Yes, no, maybe so. I don't know. You think so? Here's what I think, though. I think we get an announcement for Bloodborne getting imported to PC. But I think they leave it out of the State of Play to keep motherfuckers off guard and also troll everyone who's like, dude, Bloodborne doesn't get enough spotlight. I think someone's gonna be like, yeah, well, we're gonna do the PC port, but we're gonna put it out in a tweet like maybe an hour after the fucking State of Play to spite you. We'll give you what you want, but we're not gonna put it in the spotlight. We just want you to stop asking for it. That's my prediction anyway, and that's if we get it. I don't think we're gonna get it, but I'm going to predict that we will, but it won't be in the State of Play. That's the only way I could see it happening, and at this point, whatever it takes, man. whatever it takes. People just want to play that game at 60 frames a second. Anyway, that's my predictions for the Sony State of Play coming up here. I think it's tomorrow, actually, and so we'll see how accurate my predictions end up being. Let me know what your predictions would be, or would have been, down below. Thank you, everyone, for doing so, as well as watching, sharing, subscribing, and liking the video. Keep leveling up, everyone, and take care.